Okay, I just wanted to take a second and show you how groups work. So to get to your groups, press the content from the main page, and then you'll click on resources, the resources folder, and then click on groups. And then you'll have 3 links. So make sure you look through all of these. So the first one, group member responsibilities, it goes through and explains everything, like the group leader responsibilities, what they're supposed to do, and the group member responsibilities. So make sure you read through all of those. So the main thing between a group leader and a group member is that the group leader is going to email everybody on Monday to remind them of their meeting. And then the group leader is going to make sure that the meeting stays on task. And then the group leader at the end will post the meeting attendance on the latest discussion board. So this week there are 3 discussion boards. So the group leader would post it on the 3rd discussion board, the last one. So that's the main thing. The group leader, you do not need to have all of the answers. That's not how it works. So you're just there to help facilitate the group and make sure you talk about number 1, then number 2, and so on. Then group member, you just need to make sure you do all of your guided practice questions, which I'll go over in a minute, and post your answers to your discussion board and participate on the discussion board before your meeting. The group leaders also need to do that too. Everybody needs to be participating in the discussion board throughout the week, but the group member, if you're just a member that week and not the leader, you don't have to email everybody and you don't have to post the attendance. So make sure you read through all of those and then let me know if you have any questions. So let's go back and talk about the next link. So the group assignments, I just posted the Google Doc there that you signed up with. So click on that to see your group assignment. I haven't changed anything around, so whatever you signed up for is the one that you're still in. And the group meeting links. So let's say you meet Wednesday night, and let's say you're in group 10. You would click on group 10. There's not a group 10, by the way, but let's say that there is, and that's the group you're in, and then you will not log in with a login and password. You'll just enter in as a guest. So you'll type your name and then click enter room. And then I'll show you what that looks like once this loads. Okay, this is how your group meeting should look when you log in. So this is the whiteboard that you can use. So if you click this marker, you can start typing things on it or writing things on it. And then if you want to clear it, you go to this drop down menu and then click share and then whiteboard, and then it'll clear it. Or if you want to save everything, like let's say this is question number 1, and then all of you can participate on this. If you click down here, you can arrow to page number 2, and then you can do question number 2 and so on. So if you ever have to go back to it, you can go back to question number 1. So there's an option. You can also use this chat box. The video, I wouldn't suggest using the video because if you're trying to do video and audio, Adobe Connect has a really hard time with both of those. Also, if you're doing audio, sometimes if people do not have mics or like a headset, it starts echoing a ton. So it sometimes works best if the only person that's talking has their mic on and then everybody else mutes their mic. So if you go up to the top, you can connect your audio here, and then you can also, so once you connect it, so it's connected now, and then you can see the microphone over by my name. Then to mute it, you just press this to mute it, and then it shows over here that it's been muted. So that's how Adobe Connect works. So you'll go through and talk about the problems on there when you meet. So let's talk about the problems that you'll be doing. So for this week, week 2, if you click on week 2, there's 3 different sections. So the first one is 2C. Let's click on that. And then you would go to the guided practice discussion board. So you're still going to have a quiz and homework for each section. And then from now until week 13, you're going to have this guided practice discussion board. So let's click on that. And then there will be questions. So here are your 4 questions right here. So you've got to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. So by the time your group meets, so let's say you meet Thursday night. By the time your group meets, you'll need to post. Let's see if it'll let me. Let's say you're in group 1. You would start a new thread. And then you could say my answers. And then you can do 1, then your answer 2, your answer 3. Maybe I don't know how to do this one. Can anyone help me? So it's okay if you don't know how to do every single one, but the point of the discussion board is so that you will look at the questions and be working on them before you meet. Because if everybody waited until Thursday night when you met, you could be meeting for 2 to 3 hours. So it's best to post all of your answers by Tuesday night at the very, very latest. So try to do some on Monday for maybe the first discussion board, and then Tuesday, make sure they're all done. And then you also need to comment on at least one other post for full credit. Because if you just post your answers, that's not going to count as fully participating in the discussion board. So discussion, it needs to be going back and forth. So if you're not commenting at all, you will not receive full credit. So make sure you're doing that. So if you have any questions on any of this and how groups work, feel free to post in your group board. I do look at those, or you can post on that main discussion board. Let me show you that one. This one right here, the questions and conversations, or you can send me an email. So, okay, good luck with groups. Okay, one more thing I just realized once I stopped recording that I forgot. So once you're done with your group meeting, everybody's going to be submitting their own answers. So the group leader will post the attendance on the discussion board, but you'll be submitting your own answers. So if you click on the guided practice, this guided practice assessment, that's where you'll be submitting all of your answers. So it's not showing your portion of it, but click on that and that's where it'll be. Your one will look a little different. Let's see if I just missed the link here. Yeah, so go to guided practice and then it should be there when you guys click. And let me know if it isn't. Okay, good luck.